All right, hello everyone. Welcome. If you're new here, it is great to see you. I hope that today's class will be a lot of fun for you and hopefully the first of many. And if you're returning, it's great to see you all again. I'm glad that you're back and hopefully we can have another great call. Today's class is on photos. It is sponsored by Stan Slater, who I see is on this call. Thank you so much, Stan. I see you there. All right. So it's gonna be on photos and we'll get talk more about that later. All right, next slide. And once again, if you're looking to, maybe sponsor a future class on a Sunday, feel free to reach out. We're always looking for sponsors. So Mittler Senior Technology's mission, it is the responsibility of the younger generation to educate seniors about technology. The goal of Mittler Senior Technology is to cure the issue of social isolation within senior communities and to help seniors feel connected with our new world of technology. Our personalized classes strive to educate seniors on how to communicate with friends and family in the manner in which the world is accustomed to today, and how to use technological tools to enhance and simplify their daily lives, changing the world one senior at a time. So Miller Senior Technology, if you don't know anything about us, we have been able to educate over 3,000 seniors, which is really a lot, in 10 different countries, with more than over 400 classes total. And so after this class, if you really enjoyed it and maybe want to learn more of the basics or want to keep exploring and learning more about technology, if you go on our website, we sell computer basics class and advanced computer class. And those are each 10 pre-recorded lessons by Jordan Mittler. And they go over anywhere from the basic functions of an iPhone, and they keep progressing. So I encourage you to take a look at those on the website. And this class is also being recorded and will be posted to our YouTube later. So if you want to go back and rewatch it, I also am going to open it up to questions later in the call towards the end. So if you have any, feel free to post them in the chat, but save them till the end and that'd be great. All right, so on today's agenda, we're going to be taking pictures, showing you guys how to take them, how to share them, and how to organize them, and really showing you the entire process of the beginning of it to the end. So I'm looking forward to it. All right. Wait, can you go to the next slide? Okay. Oh, wait. Okay, go back one more. Just go back one. Okay, so these two icons on your phone, they may look a little bit different, but the one on the right with the camera is generally going to be where you're going to take photos. So if you go on your iPhone, iPad, tablet, search for the camera icon, and that's going to be where you're going to access your camera. Now, generally, there's another app that might look like the one on the left, or it might say photos under it, and that's where you're going to access photos. And the difference between those two is the camera you can take photos on versus the photos where you can access all your photos and it's an easy place to organize them and look at them all in one place, but you can't actually take the photos there. And we're going to go over there a little bit more of that later. So I'm going to join with my phone right now and share my screen. So hopefully you guys can see firsthand how a demo. Give me 1 second.
Recording in progress.
Oh.
Do you want me to screen share
Or do you want to screen share your phone? Can you do
Sure.
that?
I can
Yeah, that'd be great, actually, if you can do that.
Okay.
All right, so when you open up your phone, obviously turn it on and you put your passcode in or Face ID, you're going to be brought to your main screen. So Victor here has shared his screen, and as we can see, we have all our apps right in front of us. In the top right corner, we see two icons. Picture below, we have photos and camera. So let's start by if you hold them down, they're going to give you prompts. So you can take a selfie, take a portrait, or edit the home screen. What we're going to do is we're going to get out of that. We're just going to click out of that. And we're just going to go into the app. Like we're going to take a photo. So if you want to take a photo, click on the camera icon. And as you can see, we're seeing Victor's screen right now. So there's so many different functions nowadays, especially that you can do with your phone. So let's start at the bottom. So right now he's in photo mode. So there's a big white dot at the bottom. If you were to click that, he would take a picture, but there's a photo at the bottom. So he just took a picture. Now let's say he wants to take a video. He has to click on the word that says video. To the right of it or to the left of it, there's now slow-mo if he wants to take a slow-mo video. And he can keep going. He can keep sliding that. And then he can keep going to time lapse. So these are different modes that one can take a picture in. If you want to take a video of someone or you just want to take a photo, and if you go right, portrait. What a portrait does is, if you can see on my face right now, how my background is kind of blurred out. That's what a portrait will do. If I'm outside and I take a portrait of myself, it's gonna blur out kind of the background behind me and really highlight my face. Um, as you can see, it's doing right here. It's just putting all the emphasis on his computer. So I encourage you guys to take a look at these in depth. And like I said, you go into your camera app, and I'm actually going to try. Ooh, 1 second. You're going to click the different modes, and the big white button will allow you to take a picture. So let's go over them one more time. So a portrait is going to allow you to blur out the background behind you. A photo is just your normal kind of, it's just going to picture what's in front of you. And if you click on the video, it's going to take a video. And if you keep going, there's different modes: slow-mo, time lapse. So those are the different modes. Now, if we go back to photo, and we hit, as you can see, there's two small buttons above the photo that say 1x and 0.5x. Now, what this is the zoom. So it's how far you're zooming into something or zooming out of. So as you can see, Victor just hit 0.5. Now, what that does is it makes everything seem farther away. It kind of pulls out. Now, another way you can do this is by, I can show you on my phone. Another way you can do this is by, hold on, let me unblur my screen. So I have my camera right here. Another way you can do this is to pinch and zoom. Pinch and zoom. So essentially, this 0.5, 0.6, all that's telling you is how far you're zoomed in and zoomed out. Now, 0.1 or 1 is standard. When you go into the app, it's going to be 1. So this is just another cool feature if you want to zoom in on a bird or something cool you saw, or you want to zoom out. 0.5 is a great way to do that. And with newer phones, the zooming and zooming out capabilities just become greater. So now we're going to move on to switching the camera. So when you open the camera app, generally it's going to be facing out. Now we want to switch it towards you. So in the bottom right, there's going to be a circle. As you can see, there's two arrows that form a circle. That button in the bottom right. And what that's going to do is it's going to flip the camera, as you can see here. So at the bottom, in the middle, we have the white large circular, And to the right of it, we have the arrow that switches it around. So this is going to allow you to either take a selfie or take a video facing out. So hopefully this is making sense. I'm going to give you guys a second to kind of take a look at it. So the next thing we're going to tackle, which can be a little bit harder to access, is Flash. So at the top, there's going to be in the middle, there's a button that has an arrow that forms like this. And you're going to click it. And what that's going to do is it's going to make a bar appear at the bottom. So Victor, can you go back and then we'll show them again?
Mhm.
Okay, so is there any way you can annotate or circle the button that they have to click to?
I might, yeah. So button would be right here. Oh no, not that one.
No, it's the one with the arrow.
That one.
Okay, so at the top of the screen, he just circled a button in blue, and that's what you're going to click. And what that's going to do is it's going to make a bar at the bottom pop down where you can access a bunch of features. So he just clicked it, and as you can see at the bottom now, we have a bunch of different options. Now, the one on the left, which is most important to me, and I use the most, is Flash. This is one of the ways to access Flash. So you can see it's the lightning bolt. So Flash Auto is automatic. So the camera is going to try to read if it needs flash or not. Now, if you want to turn on flash, definitely. As you can see, there's on and off. So once again, you're going to click that button at the top, hit the lightning bolt, and it's going to be flash on or flash off. All right, I hope you got that. Maybe we can go over it later if some of you guys have questions. Now we're going to move on to the button to the right of it, which if you click on it, it's kind of like a moon, like crescent looking button. But essentially what that is on newer iPhones, it has something called night mode. And so if you're trying to take a picture at night, what it will do is it'll try to automatically brighten the scene for you when you take it. So you click it. And so this is a way you can adjust how long or how much depth it adds to a picture at night. So if you can play around with that, but that's just for at night. And it makes sense because it's a moon crescent shaped. So the one to the right of it, this is another cool feature. These are called live photos. And essentially what that is when you take a live photo, it'll take a photo, but it will also record the next 2 seconds after it. So you have both a photo and a video in one. It's something that's pretty cool and pretty new. So there's two ways to access it. The first way is the top right of the screen. You can see it's the same icon. And if you take a live photo, I don't know, Victor, if you can show me what a live photo is. Okay, so when you have a live photo and you go in your cameras and you hold down on it. Okay. Essentially what it does is it takes the photo and then it records the next 2 seconds after you take the photo. And what that allows for is, I guess, essentially the perfect shot, really. And you can adjust it. So if we go back to taking a photo in that same bar, to the right of it is a ratio 4.3. And what that is when you take a photo, there's different dimensions of the actual photo, and it's just for adjusting the dimensions of your photo. So if you want to take a square photo, you can do that, or 16:9. It's going to be really long, or a 1:1. So if you're out in nature, or you want to take a picture of something that's really wide, it's just something you can adjust to better help you. And all right, so now we're going to move on to sharing the photos. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into messages. So let's say that you want to send a photo you just took of something that's in your camera roll or something you just took to someone. So Victor, why don't you can send a picture, something to me if you want. So here, I'll just post my number is 603 966 0916. Okay, so he's going to text me. So as we can see, there's the photo icon at the top of the bar. Oh, it says hello. Okay, so we can see the photo icon above the keyboard, right above the keyboard. So if we want to access our photos, we're going to click on that icon. And he has his camera roll just opened up. So he can scroll through and really send me any picture he wants. So this is accessible through iMessage, and I'm going to show you how to do it on photos as well. So what you would do is you would just click the photo you want and hit add. So let's say I click the wrong photo. There's an X there if I want to get rid of it. So yep. And if he wants to send me the photo, just going to click the blue arrow he's just going to click the blue arrow that would send it to me. Perfect. And I got it. Perfect. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to send it from a photo. So let's go into our Photos app. So once again, we're back on the home screen. We go into our Photos app. If we hit Recents, and let's select a photo that we just took that we want to send to someone. So like, I really like this photo. Perfect. In the bottom left, there's gonna be a bunch of different options. There's edit, there's heart, which would put your photo in your favorites album. The bottom right is gonna allow you to delete it, but we want to share it for now. So in the bottom left, there's gonna be a square with an arrow pointing up, and that's gonna allow you to share it. There's many different ways you can share a photo: Gmail, WhatsApp, AirDrop. There's Instagram, you name it, you can share it. But we want to share it through iMessage. So what Victor's going to do is he's going to hit messages. Can you go back and do it one more time? Okay, so you can see there's a messages icon there. So he clicks on it, and boom, he has the photo in a text, and he's just going to type in who he wants to send it to. So if he typed in my number, or you can type in a contact name of someone at 603. You got it. 966 0916. So boom, he just sent it and I got it. So that is how you would share it from your Photos app. And one more thing I want to go over is if we go to messages one more time. Okay. So if I want to take a photo live in the moment and send it to someone, on the left side, there's two icons. There's a camera icon and there's a photos icon. If we click on the camera, it's going to allow you to send someone a picture directly from messages. And it's going to save automatically to your camera roll, so you don't have to worry about it not saving and other stuff like that. So that's another cool feature and something that I enjoy. All right, so now I want to talk about deleting photos and organizing them. So when you go into your Photos app, which we're in right now, you can, especially on iPhone and on Samsung as well, you can really put your photos in albums. You can delete them. You can organize them by videos. So on the bottom, it's going to show you four options: library, for you, albums, and search. I hope you guys see that it's right at the bottom, and you just click on them to access the different ones. So iPhone is unbelievable technology. It'll organize them by people it recognizes, different locations. It'll even make fun kind of movies for you if you went on a trip or something like that. So let's start off with library. Libraries, we're gonna be able to access all your photos, and the way you do that is you hit library and you can just scroll. You can also hit days, and that'll allow you to access photos by which days you took them. And same thing with months. So if you're like, oh, I wonder what I did August, or same thing with years. Those are great. Those are great photos. All right. So now if we go on to at the bottom, it's going to say if we go to albums, like I said, it's going to organize um, a photo by an album you can put it into. So let's try to create an album. So if you have a group of photos you want to put into an album, let's go, if you click on recents and you click a photo, there should be a heart icon at the bottom. If we hit heart and then we go to our albums, so out of it, you go to albums, it's now in our favorites. So once again, photo at the bottom, there's gonna be a heart icon. You heart it, you go to favorites. I use this just for really important photos that I might need all the time, that I might need to show, and it's just an easy place to find them and access them, or my best pictures. So if we keep on scrolling down in albums, it's going to recognize, if you go up a little bit, it's going to recognize people and places as well. So you can also share albums with different people. But if we go to places, like, oh, I took a trip to Arizona. I want to see what pictures I took there. It's going to allow you to access photos by where you took them. So if you go to the US, you can go all over the world. So we're in the US right here, and as you can see, like, oh, I want to zoom in on New York, see what photos I took here. Or you want to find a photo that you took. Oh, I wonder about that photo I took the other day at this waterfall. You can find the waterfall on the map, and it'll show you the pictures you took there. So this is a great feature that you can find in photos. And if we scroll down, it's going to allow you to access photos by media type. So if you only want to look at videos, or you only want to look at selfies or live photo, it'll allow you to do that. And it's just an easy way to access hundreds of photos or thousands of photos you may have. One other thing I want to get into is if you scroll all the way down, if you delete a photo, you can access it through recently deleted. So essentially what this is, let's say you accidentally delete a photo that you really like, or you want to get a photo back. It's really not deleted. So once again, let's go out of it and show them once again how to do it. Go back, start from the beginning. Just go to the home screen. Okay, so we're going to open our Photos app, and we're going to delete the first photo we see. Go into Recents. We hit the bottom right, we hit the trash can. We accidentally deleted a photo. So let's get out of it. Now we're going to go to albums. We're going to click on albums. We're going to scroll all the way down. We're going to go into recently deleted now. And in the bottom right, and we're going to hit recover. So now the photo that you once deleted, you have. So it recently deleted photos are there for 30 days. So you have 30 days to claim a picture that you um, thought you had lost or thought you had deleted, which is a cool feature. So now we're in albums. So let's go to at the bottom. Let's explore for you, which is another option we have. Look, do you see where it says for you at the bottom beside albums?
Oh,
Okay. For you is another cool page because sometimes Apple will create these cool memories for you. So to say, maybe 1 year ago today, you took this picture and it put some cool music over it. As you can see, it says early moments together that Victor has, or it might be, trip to blah, blah, blah. The portraits over the years. So I enjoy looking at these, and it's just another great feature that Apple has. Perfect. All right. If we go into search, the bottom right, we can search people, photos, places, a bunch of different photos we want access or dates or times, and allow you to see, pictures of dogs, art, animals. Exactly. Okay, so let's move on to editing a photo. All right, so we're in our Photos app. We just took a picture. All right, can you get out of it? Okay. In the top, we already saw it says today 11:44 a.m. To the right of it, there's a picture that says edit. If we click that edit button, I'll give you guys a second to get there. I'll give everyone a second to get there. Hold on. Okay, I hope everyone's there. Edit. So Photos app, click a photo, top right, it should say edit. So here, Apple has a feature where it'll automatically edit your photo so you don't have to mess with it. And what that's going to do is as soon as you click edit, it's going to be a magic wand, as you can see, and you just click it. So it'll automatically enhance the photo. And it might not necessarily do it a lot to this picture, but if you're out and you take a picture of the woods or it's dark out, it's really going to help it. Now, the bottom acts as a slider. So if you put your finger over the magic button and you slide it, it's going to bring you to different, it's going to allow you to adjust the amount of editing it has. And if you want to mess with contrast, brightness, other things like that, there's other dots to the right of it that you're going to hit, you're going to press. And it's going to bring you to different elements that you can adjust. So for example, exposure, brilliance, highlights, shadows, contrast. There's really so many different almost tools you can use to edit your photos. So as you can see, we're adjusting the brightness here and the contrast. And essentially what that is you just slide it. You put your hand over almost where like the scales and kind of lines are, and you just slide your hand back and forth to adjust it. And it'll give you a scale. Right now the brightness is at 0, but if you want to turn it up and I move the slider, the number will keep going up. So it'll show you. Black point. So let's say that you wanted to keep your original photo. You edit this photo, but you want to keep this original photo and you're done editing the picture. You're going to hit done. And it's going to save the photo. But if I hit edit again, it's going to allow me to revert the photo. So if I made an edit that I don't want to do, it says revert to original. So if you make a mistake editing or you don't like how it came out, it's not a big deal. It's going to save your original photo for you. It's So we're going to go on to another element of editing. So top right, edit button. Okay, in the bottom right, it's going to, there's almost, it looks like DNA almost, like two squares. It has two arrows going around it. I don't know, can you annotate that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he just circled it in blue. You're going to click that button. I'll give everyone a second to get there. So essentially what this button does is, okay, so essentially what this button does is it's going to allow you to move around your photo, zoom in, crop it. You know, if someone got in your photo you don't like, and how you're going to do that is you can see there's little tabs in the corners, in the sides, and at the top and bottom, and you're going to put your finger on the tab and slide it down, and slide it back, and that's going to allow you to crop the photo. You can go up and down. You can take a corner out. You can take a side out. So as you can see, we're really zoomed here because we cropped it, but we can also zoom back out of it. In the top left, it's going to allow you to flip your photo. So that's the top left. He's putting his cursor over, he's annotating it. That's right there. That's going to allow you to flip your photo. A lot of times when you do take a selfie, it'll automatically flip your photo for you. So, but if you want to change it back, once again, you go to edit, you hit the bottom, you hit this, in the bottom right, you hit the kind of DNA looking, edit, bottom right, and then you hit flip, and it'll flip the photo for you. And it makes a big difference on selfies and maybe a picture in the mirror because the mirror is automatically inverted. So to the right of it, of the invert button, there's one that just is going to move the photo kind of 180 degrees or 90 degrees. So if you click it, it'll be 90 degrees. Now your photo is going to be turned sideways. Maybe if you took a photo diagonally or you didn't like how it turned out, but you think you can change it, this is a great way to do it. And you can also reset it at the top. All right. So that is another aspect of editing. If we go to the bottom, let's click on, oh, I can't see it because the thing's blocking it. Let's click on kind of where the timer looking icon to the right, the second one. So once again, what this is it's just the editing button right there. So you click, so you go to your photo, click on that, it's gonna allow you to edit it. Perfect. Okay. So let's go over a quick recap of how to access all of this. So let's go back to our home screen. So let's go to our camera app. So we click our camera app, we take a photo. So we take a photo. Okay, in the bottom left, now we have on the bottom left, we click on our photo right there. We click on our photo. Now let's click on the photo one more time, just tap on it. We're given so many different options. We went over, it's a live photo. We went over in the top right, you can make it a live photo. We went over, if you delete it, how to go over to recently deleted. Once again, let's delete it. So bottom right, the trash can, delete photo. Oh, but we want that photo back. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into our Photos app. So we're gonna go we're in our Photos app. We're going to hit Albums in the bottom along that bar, and we're going to scroll all the way down. Scroll all the way down, and it's going to say Recently Deleted. We're going to click on Recently Deleted, and it's going to show us all the pictures in the past 30 days that we've deleted. Now you're going to click on the photo that you deleted, and you're going to hit Recover. And what that does is it puts it back in our camera roll, so it's no longer deleted. So let's go over sharing one more time. So photo, bottom left, that icon, that's going to be a square with an arrow going up right there. Thank you, Victor. And we're going to hit Messages, the icon for Messages. And you're going to type in the name that you want to send it to. You can send it to whoever you want, yeah. And then you hit the blue icon with the arrow, and it's going to send. Okay, so we've gone over almost how to edit, how to take a live photo, recently deleted. But let's say you're in the middle of a city, and you see something that's going to go away in 5 seconds. So if you go to your lock screen, so this is the screen. You know, my phone is asleep right now, but if I click on it or if I tap on it, it wakes up. In the bottom right, there's going to be a camera icon. There's a flashlight icon on the left. There's a camera icon on the right. He just circled it. So you're going to click on that. You might have to hold it for a second. Just hold it. And what this is going to do is it's going to bring you to your camera. Now, the same options are going to be available here. You're just not going to be able to access your camera unless you've unlocked your iPhone. But this is another way that you can quickly take a photo without having to go through the stages of finding your camera app or something like that, and you can switch it back and forth. All right, so we're going to go over any questions. Are there any questions now? Feel free to ask anything. We'd be willing to go over something else. They might, Victor, you might have to allow them to unmute.
Okay.
Yeah, hold on. Give us a second.
Good. Yeah. 1 second. Oh, they should be able to now.
Or if you have any questions, want to ask them in the chat.
Yeah, you could also text them in the chat if possible.
That would work too. All right. I think we've covered really almost everything. If we go back to the slides.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you keep going all the way through. Whenever locked screen. Okay. Okay, so we went over editing photos. Okay, so please remain on Zoom until the end of announcements. We hope you all enjoyed today's class. We're going to post a recording later to our YouTube channel. So if you go to YouTube, Miller Senior Technology, the video should be titled Photos Class, Sunday, April 16th. And you can go back and watch it there. And you can also slow it down and just maybe go over some parts that maybe you didn't understand or want to look at again. If you have any questions ever, feel free to email us. I want to say thanks again to Stan for sponsoring today. I really enjoyed today's class. I hope you guys did too. I really like doing this, and thank you to Victor for hosting. If you go to our website, check out our computer basics class and advanced. There's a lot more kind of coverings there, and a lot more of the basics, and also advanced. And feel free to, if this is your first time or you're not really signed up with any of our email lists or social media, I encourage you to go to Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn too, or just go to our website. There's plenty of places to sign in there. And we send out a tech tip every Tuesday, and what that is it's just one short video explaining a small feature on your phone. All right, next slide. Next slide. And once again, we also have private lessons, and as I talked about, Tech Tip Tuesdays, and then these group classes, which are generally on Sundays. All right, one more. All right, thank you, everyone. I hope you enjoyed today's class. If you have any questions, please email us. The recording will be up later today. All right, thank you.